Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix General 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so last session we did create more Git commits, yeah, in preparation for a massive pull request. Before we continue with that, let's see if there's anything that we can merge now. Let's see. Let's check this and this and this. CPP my cost. CPP always. Fix missing return values for non-void function. CPP deletes. Delete. Yeah. Fix missing it. Fix missing return values for non-void functions. Missing return value. I don't understand. Missing return value for non-void functions. A few functional operators that are missing a valid return statement which generates compiler warnings. Let's call this fix compiler warnings about missing return values for non-void functions. Fix compiler warnings. Fix compiler warnings about missing return values. Labels, refactor, minor. Okay. Let's look at it one more time. Yeah, looks good to me. This compiler one is missing. Okay, let's check if they can merge something else. Fixing correct function call syntax. Okay, so guard outer states. Let me see that. AI guard outer states. It will call state on enter, state continue, which does nothing really. Huh. Okay. On enter, on exit does nothing, update. So what does this do? On enter essentially does nothing. On enter, on enter, on enter, on enter. Okay, so it does call this function, but then what for? What for? Let me find other users of state. Let's go to wait state, for example. Yeah. So we're looking at the load post process. That one is empty. 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 No? Empty. Empty. Okay, I think the correct fix here is actually to completely remove the junk from the function. Yeah, so here we have this bug. This one. Hack internet state. Ugh. Packing state. Yeah, let me put a comment here. I think this function call should be, I think these function calls should be removed. One, on enter. Let me verify this. State on enter does nothing. Yeah. One, state on enter does nothing. Two, the original code would have done nothing as well. Did nothing as well. Call to state on enter does nothing. The original code did nothing as well. Did nothing. Yeah. So I think this should simply be removed. All the on enter calls here. Because Good, then let's get back to our change here, which is already massive. But there's more to go. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. So we have mainly we have still have this bullshit. Right. Control bar bullshit. The control bar toggle bullshit. Let me see. Hide control bar. Hide control bar. Control bar callback. Hide replay controls. Hide control bar. Control bar. Hide special power shortcut. Hide control. Window. Tactical window. If window. Get window from ID. Tactical control. Window. Why is this bound to window? That's some bullshit. If window. Yeah, making it visible against a shrink viewport under the window. What? Why is this code so weird? This code is really weird. Yeah. Toggle the control bar on or off. This code is really weird. So I guess it uses control bar parent to figure out if the window is already hidden or not. That's why it's a toggle, yeah. I see. Toggle. Yeah. Toggle. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so if we were to write this new, then I would probably write it like if the control bar hide this, and then here we have a duplicate. So this one is obsolete, else if immediate. Then we do if not immediate. If not immediate, then we do that. Then next, the window manager. And we do this bullshit. Then if window. And then we do window manager. Tactical view. We say if window, if immediate, hide. No. And then why is this at the end here? Yeah. The window manager, hide purchase signs. Hide purchase. The window manager. So this goes there. If immediate, do that. If not immediate, if immediate. If window. Oh. Oof. That is also wrong here. Here it checks window, and then here it only checks immediate, but doesn't check window again. Jesus Christ. Interestingly, it doesn't report it to us as an error. I think can move this here. Then we simply say here if the tactical view Okay, let's go with that for now. Let's remove this bullshit here. Okay. Let's do the next one. If the control bar, then do that. Then do that. Set heights. Then animate window manager. Okay. Can this be null? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Just a game and now. It's unpleasant. Immediate. Man, this function is an absolute mess. Absolute mess. Animate window. How about we move this to the bottom? And then here, oh man, this bullshit. Then we put the game window here. Now put that here, window, then we do if window, if window, then set height, if set height, okay, win height, win height, switch control bar stage, yeah. If window. Stage default. Then we say if animate window manager and not immediate window. Does that make sense? And mark UI dirty. Major state change. Mark UI dirty. Just a game window. I don't know, it looks risky. To me, it looks like this here should be in here. It should be in here. Then we move this back in here. Window. Switch control bar stage. Do this and that. then this one should also be going back in here, right? Else. Great. Still bonkers, but looks like the tactical view is never tested. Okay, let me remove the checks for the tactical view again. They seem to be unnecessary. Let's see if we can also remove the checks for the window manager. Window manager seems to be never really tested. Or is it? Well, there is some. Okay, let me test for the control bar and the window manager. Okay, can we move this thing maybe to here? And then we say if that. Show special power shortcuts. Hide purchase signs. Okay. Yes, bush comments here. Okay, I would say we give this a try and see if it works. If it works, then I guess good. Otherwise, I still find it kind of weird here. So this is a duplicate of this one here, so that's perfectly fine to remove. Right. Yeah, I would say it's this looks like it should work just fine. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. If it's helpful to automate tooling for generating changes, then I agree it's useful. But if it isn't, or the same association can be made other ways with automated tooling, then I would stick to my original view. Yeah, looks like we're not moving here. packets. Mhm. New. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. New. Allocated with array new, but deleted with scalar delete. Fix array new, scalar delete mismatches. Fix array new. Game engine device. Fix array new, scalar delete mismatches in game engine device. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is compiled. Yeah. Okay. It's a fixed ability. Mm-hmm. 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 There we go. Good. So this one is compiled. Let's give the control bar a try. Mm-hmm. Ah, hold on. We made a mistake. Mm-hmm. Always need to click the install here. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, that looks normal. Let's open a skirmish. Yeah. Then we open, yeah, this map looks good to me. Mm-hmm. Okay. We see a control bar. I was quite a bit fast though. Let me put the FPS limit to 30. Oh, we should see an animation. Oh, we do, yeah, that looks good. Then we open this. That is also animated, I just realized. Was it always like that? Weird. Mm-hmm. 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 Seems to be normal so far. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It has been a while that I tested with 30 FPS and with animated windows. I can't recall if this is normal behavior. Because the thing is, if you launch the game with quick start, then this window animation behavior is gone. It's just instant. So I haven't seen that in a while, if ever. Let me stash this. On stage, stash. We try one more time the original, compare. True chronic outpost cache bound, they have to change. Don't get $480, but $1,040. Oh. And you build a true crime. China true crawler. And outposts. True crawlers and outposts give rewards. Too much cash bounty. Too much cash bounty to GLA when killed. China true crawlers and outposts. China true crawler and outposts reward too much cash bounty. Too much GLA cash bounty when killed. China true crawler and outposts reward too much GLA cash bounty when killed. Let's say, let's not judge it. Let's just say a lot. A lot of cash. A lot of GLA cash bounty. Rewards. A lot. So that is a design, controversial, minor, GLA. How about we rephrase that to GLA cash bounty rewards a lot of money when China troop crawler and outpost are killed. For China troop crawler and outpost kills. GLA cash bounty rewards a lot of money for China troop crawler and outpost kills. Let's go with that. I think that's a better description. Generally, like it's good to put like the subject of interest at the front. That has been my naming convention for issues and pull requests and so on. Like, what is the thing that needs to be touched? GLA cash bounty, right? The rewards for the GLA cash bounty. That's the interesting part. And then secondary is, okay, what actually triggers this big reward? Aha, it's the China troop crawler and the outpost, right? Here, actually, I would like to clarify. Three other outposts states functions do not call on enter either. Okay, let's go to skirmish. Let's check if it looks identical. It comes up, we can toggle it. If we click here, we have this transition, but only in transition. Out transition, none. Okay, that's fine. Good. Then let's unstash that. Then we take this code. We only changed it in generals. Oof. Okay, hold on. Control bar callback. Yeah. Good. Then let's delete this garbage here. Yeah. And this garbage. Okay, we need to There we go. So remove this. Okay. Okay, let's see if that's actually identical. Scroll down. Oof. Maybe also. I would like to know if there's a difference between these two files. Generals. Oh, that path is wrong. Compare. Aha, there are differences. Yeah. But only up there. Okay, down here looks all the same. Good. Okay, then this is safe. Let's recompare. Good. Then this one. Then we call this, yeah, boom. Window. I find it interesting that there was no complaint about window here in the static analyzer, or we missed it. That could also be. Right, so here it's testing window, and then it goes down here, And then here it test is immediate, and here it doesn't test window, right? So that's weird as well. Yeah. But somehow that wasn't catched. Let's say prevent dereferencing null pointer the control bar window in show control bar. Let's just say control bar. Okay, let's go. Okay, next. Okay, let's see this one here. Right away, global data. Global data. I would say this is one here. Game lots. Gen ZH prevents dereferencing null pointer the writable global data in this function. All right. Next. Okay. Game lots. Oof. Hold on, what's happening here? Control bar. about we move this here as well? There we go. And then we move this here as well. How about we do that? Let's do that. Okay, game lots. Gen ZH fix unchecked upper bounds, unchecked bounds for enum index used as index in that. Then we got this here. Texture reduction. How about we simply add these conditions here as well? This comment doesn't really fit there. I think this condition. Share reduction. It's a bit nonsensical to test this, isn't it? Oh. New lot preset. What is this here? This debug crash is placed incorrectly, I just realized. This one should be placed in here. On the other hand, maybe it's enough to put your debug assert crash. Yeah. Well, it's index value. Then we still get this unchecked lower bound. Then how about we call it assert uncheck bounds for enum index, for enum arguments used as index. Okay. Doesn't really avoid the warning, but I don't know, I'm not so happy with this. Maybe we say, maybe we put the assert and the condition, just to be safe. How about that? Then let me do here else. Debug crash. That is a bit stupid though, isn't it? That's a bit stupid, but we cannot suppress this yet. Well, we could suppress it with a pragma. I think this is fine for now. It's not ideal. Okay. So, here. There we go. Okay. Oh, I just realized we have to put it like this. Okay. Ints. Maybe it's enough to just check for index. Only check for the upper bounds. That's complaining. I'm surprised that it's not complaining here. This is an integer. It's not complaining here. Strange. Is it really necessary to have a debug crash here? It's a bit retarded. Game loads. How about we put prevents reading invalid data from this in that function. Do this here. Gen ZH prevents reading invalid data from this and that. It's really only theoretical issue. Yeah, it's not even an issue. We're just making the compiler happy, really. That's all we do here right now. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that is not break? Looks like it's break for the most part. This one here. Yeah. Blend data. World height map. Possibly Gen ZH fixed compiler warning about possibly incorrect order of operations and zero. Next. Okay, so this one. This one is definitely a mistake, right? Yeah. Yeah, because here we assign a name and here we would overwrite it to some other name. So this is definitely an error. The question is this an error we would ever run into? We do use this stage, this texture, this thing, texture stage state value name. Get. Okay, where is this function called? Mesh render snapshot enabled. Ah, it's for debug, isn't it? Render snapshot. Oh, what is it? What does this do? Is this a debug or not? What is this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm unable to get this to work as the resulting CRC is incorrect. Even if I change the buffer and point directly to the executable and remove the VC6 condition, it still creates the incorrect CRC. Okay, well then I think he does it incorrectly. CRC spoof. Okay, how about we help him fix it? Where did he put it? Fix CRC spoof. There we go. Checkout. Good. So, CRC spoof. So, what is he doing here? He added this thing here. Let's see. It's not found. It's not found. Why not? Pull rebase. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so my suggestion is we have this guy. So what we do is we put this here. Then we put this here. Then we go here. We put an else. Then we put the execrc here. Let's for testing, let's put a not here. Yeah. Then execrc, we need to go in there. We need to go in there, and we need to put a. I need to put a new function down here. Actually, yeah, put a function here. We say if that then we do void set unsigned int CSC. Yeah. And then we put, let's call it v, and then CSC equals v, and if, okay. And then we put here set that, and then and if. And now this EXE-CSC needs to be changed. So what we do is we put a breakpoint here. Then we go to generals here. So this generals.exe should be the original generals file. Yeah. Okay, we need to wait for the compilation. Yeah. Okay, so the final CSC what is this? CSC. Yeah, we need to wait. Let's put a Okay, we have an error. Unexpected end if, okay. Yeah. Okay, what we do here is debug log. Exe generals.exe csc. Let's call this exe. This is exe scp exe version scb csc. So plus. Get and here we put this as well, xcsc. Faked, or let's say, yeah, faked. How do we put this here to the top? And then we put this here. Let me see this in 0 hour. Maybe we put this comment outside. This text can also be simplified. Simulate the xcsc value to maintain compatibility. There we go. Okay. Then let's compile this. Install. generals. Hold on. Did we install? I already forgot. Maybe we did. No, we certainly did. Oof. Oof. I think the problem is that we have address sanitizer enabled. Oh, shit. RTS ASIN. Let's remove 0 hour, configure. Okay. What do we have here? Bikes, burden, and saboteur cannot climb or drive on impassable terrain that is manually placed. Chile bike, USA Burton, Chile saboteur, cannot move over impassable terrain that is manually placed. Is this perhaps as designed? It does make sense to me that these units cannot move into impassable areas just because they can move over mountains. Good. Compilation is done. Fantastic. Let's try this again. Hold on. We need to install again, of course. Visual Studio is dying right now. Of course it is. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so, oof. What's up with the optimization here? Jesus. Okay. Visual Studio is hanging real bad right now. Oof. Okay. Buffer. Okay, let's copy this value. And then we do an str copy buffer that generals.exe. Yeah. We need to escape that character. Let me pragma optimize off. Okay. Buffer. Okay. Buffer. Okay. Then we go here. Okay, we have now an XCSC. No? No, we do. Okay, there's a CSC. Good. We copy the value. Notepads. There we go. Put it here. Good. And then we jump down here. Yeah. And then we check if now the CSC matches the expected value, which is FCD. FCD 27 C0. Hold on, locals. FCD 28 we have here. It looks different. 2840E. Huh, why is it different? Okay. Now that is unexpected. Okay, then we do the following. We take this guy. We open a command prompt. create a debug build, not for 0 hour, but for generals. Here. Okay. This, that, and that. Okay. So that should be building generals now with debug and yeah, with this code that will lock the execcsc. And then we take that and then we plug that in and then we give that a go. Okay, what's the time? 1 hour 56. I would say we take a break here. And next session we continue with just that. All right, have a good day or night until next time. Goodbye.